Hello everybody. Hold on. Oh no. Fuck. Oh well. Hello everybody. Was it a mini or skirt or a micro skirt? What was? Alright. Every single time I start the stream and I have to like switch to my main cam, I'm always like prepared to like not like it. That's not terrible. Not my favorite, but not terrible either. Oh wait a minute, what if I There we go. There we go, chat. The void again. Hello, everybody. It is still super hot in here. I just turned off my AC. It ran for like an hour or two. Now it's like already fucking cooking in here. I hate... I hate the fact that I just basically have a hole in my house at all times, and that I just basically have to have my AC try to fight off this giant hole in my house. That's just exposed to the outdoors. Damn, it's like seriously hot already. I just turned off the AC. I have a plan though. I have a plan, chat. I have a plan. Hold on. Good check, by the way. I don't really know if I like this fit. Kinda not. I kinda tried something. It was too quick. I didn't have enough time to like develop it. I just like threw some shit on that I just had laying there. Like, fuck it. Try this. The problem living in a trailer, it's not that. It's the fact that my trailer had a door, and then they took that door off. It's attached to like another room. And that other room is great, but it's not insulated like it should be. And so basically, that room gets to like 100 degrees like regularly, and it just acts as like a heat battery. And so it like heats up the rest of the house. And part of the problem is that the intake vent for the AC is right next to that door. And so all of that hot air gets dragged straight from the hot room into my AC. So it's like I'm not even cooling the room temperature. I'm cooling like 100-degree temps because I'm just pulling it from that room. It's really not good. It's really annoying. Like, fuck that this skirt has built-in shorts. I wouldn't have stood under the fan if it didn't. Would adding thermal cover the hole help? Well, what I need to do is put a door in, to be honest with you, but like it's like a door would kind of be annoying there, and like the guys who did the renovation on it, they used to be a door there, right? So there used to be the hardware and everything, but they put wood over top of that. So if I were to put a door in, I'd have to rip down, like, the doorway and then build, like, a new one. And so it just really fucking sucks. And the other thing I could do is get, like a piece of foam. This is what I was planning on doing. Is just getting a big piece of foam and then just putting it in the doorway, so that, like, it acts as a door at least. Because it's genuinely like, if you had a trailer and you put it in the middle of Florida and then you took the door off. That's essentially what I'm trying to keep cool. And it's just like, yeah, obviously you're gonna fucking run your AC into the ground trying to cool the outdoors. It's not even that I'm trying to cool the outdoors either. It's like the outdoor sunroom is just a box. And it heats up, like the roof is like that thick. So that it just, the heat it just pours in. And then it doesn't get out again. And so it just heats, it will consistently be hotter in that room than it is outside. So it's like, I'm trying to keep this portion of the place cool, but it's sitting right next to Hades. And I don't know, it's really fucking, it's really annoying. I have a curtain there, like a thermal curtain that does something, but I don't know if it does enough. Have I told them about it? What do you mean them? Who is them? Do you mean my landlord? My landlord is very aware. My landlord is very aware. But my landlord doesn't want to put a door in because it would lower the resale value. And so I don't know what I'm going to do, because it's really fucking hot. I'm tired of dealing with it being so hot. Like, it really sucks. Like, I wish that I could just have some place that had AC, just that I could afford to keep just on. You know how you guys set your AC to, like, I don't know, 74 or some shit, and you just keep it there, and you just don't touch it, and it's just like, yeah, that's where the AC is set. I have to manually turn my AC on and off. I can't just leave it on, because it will run all the time. If I left it on, if I turned it on at 12 p.m., it would stay on until 12 a.m. It would literally be on for that long. And that's why it cost me like $300 my first electric bill, because it was literally just running all of the fucking time. So what I have to do is I have to turn it on for when it's really, really, really hot, and then turn it back off again. I just turned the AC off, chat. And it's still, it's way too hot in here. But I had to turn the AC off because it's been running for like an hour and a half. It's so annoying, dude. Door are cheap? Not really, because I'd have to custom make a door. Because it's not a standard door size. And there's no, like, it's not like I can just put a door. It's not like there's a doorway where all I have to do is add a door. I'd have to add everything, like the hardware and everything. Typical landlord mindset, yeah. Get a thermal sheet and use it as a door. Well, that's kind of what I have. I have a thermal curtain, which is basically the same thing. And it's got magnets that fall off and don't work very well. Yeah. You just buy a new thermostat. Mine was, for my house, was like $17. How would a thermostat help? How would a thermostat solve this issue? It's not the thermostat that's the problem. It's the fact that I essentially have my door open in the middle of summer, and I'm just like, why is my AC running all the time when I literally have a gaping hole in my fucking insulation? Sleep with your landlord? My landlord lives in Iowa, so no thank you. Thermostats can be set to turn off for a specific time. Yeah, but I don't really want to do... I don't mind going up and turning it on and off. It's not so much the fact that I have to manually turn it on and off. It's the fact that I can't just let it run. Right? Like, I have to just at least suffer through it being 80 plus degrees in here through at least portion of the day. And it's just like, god damn it. God damn it. Why? The issue with an extensions on houses in Florida. Yeah, honestly, it's like, I'd almost rather just not have the extension, but it's like, I do like it, but I don't know what else to do about it. It's just so fucking hot in here, man. Fan is helping, though. The fan is definitely helping. I picked up my new Big today. I traded my 17-year-old SV650 for a new CF Motus 675 NK. Honestly, I don't know what either of those bikes are, but I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you got a new bike. It's always fun when you can get a new bike. It's just not fun when you get a new bike and then you can't drive it for like 4 months because it needs work. So guess what you're eating? What? Free nuggets? Free chicken nuggets? Did the Penguins win again? Yeah. I don't know why you have to tell me every time you get free nuggets just to rub it in my face. But okay. I said it correctly because I was irritated. I only say nuggies when I'm happy. Not free? Oh, okay, well. That's not quite as... It's not... They're not as whimsical. Cutie got a new chair? Have you not been on the streams for a while? I've had this chair for a minute. 40% off, lol. Man, I don't need to know about the deals you get in Pennsylvania. Like, I don't give a shit about the... Okay, listen, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't give a shit about the Pennsylvania Penguins. The Pennsylvania fucker, whatever. I don't care about hockey, okay? It's just like, hey, I got free food. It's like, you fucking asshole. God damn it. Been working? That's fair. That's fair. Understandable. Pittsburgh Penguins? Dude, what? I don't care! The only fucking hockey team I give a rat's ass about is the Tampa Bay Lightning, and that's because they have a cool name and they're from Tampa. Alright, I literally could not give a shit about hockey other than that. Like, hockey is... I like hockey and the fact that it's, like, the most violent sport that's not MMA. But honestly, like, I could not give a rat's ass about hockey other than that. Like, I just don't care. I'm not a sports person, chat. I'm really a... I feel like I am a sports person. Fit check? I'll do it later. I'll do a fit check in a second. I am a sports person, but I have to enjoy the sport. And I just don't enjoy any sport. Like, that's not Melee. I'm like into Melee. So I'm tuned in with like this competitive scene in Melee. Like I know what's going on. I know who doing what and who's like on the up and up, right? Like I know everything about Melee sports wise. But I couldn't give a shit about anything else. Like, I don't care about football, baseball, basketball, fucking hockey, soccer. I don't give a shit about any of those things. If I am watching them on a screen, I'm just actively wishing I wasn't watching it because it's so fucking boring. I don't even know how people watch football and get excited about playing football. Like, or watching it. Like, it's such a bad spectator sport. They all are. Like, Melee as a spectator sport, at least it looks snazzy, it looks cool. You don't have to know what's going on to know that they're fucking going at it, and it's like, it's cool, you know what I mean? You don't have to like Melee to think that it can look cool when you watch it, and to get the hype, right? But if you don't fucking... I don't know, I just play Melee, so I feel like it's easier for me because I play Melee, and so when I see a pro player do something cool... It's like, whoa, he just did that. I couldn't do that. That's insane. But I feel like when you don't play a sport, it's so much harder. And it's like, especially for like football, like, what I don't understand. If a football player does some technically really skilled, cool thing, I have no idea. Because I don't play football. How am I supposed to know what isn't hard to do in football if I don't fucking play it? What's the fucking point? Dude, I swear to God. And like, my fucking dad... Like, I remember he would always watch football, and I would always have to watch, because it was, like, the only thing on TV, because they would take the whole TV, and they would get so tilted, like, their whole fucking day would be ruined if a fucking college guy that they don't even know lost a game that they don't play. It's like, what are we doing here? I will say, though, I did watch Out of the Blue, which was a Melee tournament, and Hungry Box lost, and I got tilted. I was tilted, chat. For the rest of the day, I was fucking tilted. And then I watched the Cash Box, and fucking Salt beat Hungry Box, and then I got tilted again. I'm just like, fuck it. I didn't even watch Grand Finals of Out of the Blue, because I was so tilted. I didn't even watch it. I was like, Hungry Box just threw, and I'm mad. With a belt? Alright, hold on. I mean, honestly, it's kind of an alright fit. Not super good. I think the shirt could maybe be tighter. Like if it was tighter back here or something like that. That would maybe be good. I don't know. A carob? What is that? Hockey in person is much better. I don't even understand how. It's like, oh look it, there's a puck on the ice and the guy hit it with a stick and went, psh, wow. The only fun part of hockey is when two guys get pissed at each other and throw the gloves off and go, fucking let's fight. That's the only time I enjoyed hockey. Is whenever two people say, I'm gonna kick your ass, and they go and do it. That is my favorite part of hockey. It's the only reason why I ever care about hockey. Hockey without violence is just like any other fucking sport. It's just like soccer. It's boring. There's no entertainment value. It's like, oh, he kicked the ball down the thing. Wow, look at that. The ball go down the field. Wow, he kicked the other way. Whoa. Hey, he kicked the ball the other way. Whoa. It's fucking names. I don't get it, man. It reminds me of one of my best friends she's a huge sports geek and always tries to talk to me about sports. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. Just don't get it. If you ever make the Pittsburgh, I'll have to take you to a Penguins game. You'll change. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I've been to enough, like, games in real life, like football game, or like basketball, or not. Yeah, I've been to basketball games, I've been to baseball games, and I've been to football games in real life, and especially like an NFL football game. Have you guys ever been to like an NFL football game? My dad took us to see the Chiefs one time, and by the way, I don't give a shit about the Chiefs at all. But I went and saw them, and it was just like, you can't even see anything. You're so far away from the action that it's like, you can't even, you have to watch the big screen, which is also like 200 feet away. And it's not even good quality. You might as well just watch at home on your own TV, because there's literally no point to watch it. I remember when I was, okay, this is hilarious, but when I went to that game, I must have been like 10 years old or some shit like that. We had some binoculars to see the game. Whenever I got handed the binoculars, I just looked at the cheerleaders like, wow, interesting, huh? I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit about anything else. Mashing buttons on a game controller, so intense. Okay, but it is entertaining though. Like, it is. Like, if you can watch like a sick set between two players, it's hype. It's fucking hype, dude. It's not even like you're not watching the player cam, you're watching the game where they're doing crazy shit. I mean, like, hold on, chat. I'm not gonna make you watch the whole game here, but I just want to show you this and tell me it's not hype. I'm just saying, chat. Baseball and football, it's hard to watch. It's really boring. But when you see, like, this shit...
Yeah, I mean, it's out to it. It's only the first 15 seconds. Okay. Oh, power shields it. I wonder if he has a setup for that off power shield. No.
Hold on. Where's the... Here it is.
Maybe not both of them either.
Two places at once, somehow. That's the power of Luigi. Luigi really does burst around the stage.
Yeah. Is he alive? The mash is so crazy. He made it.
He made it. Oh my god. Luigi's down B, very difficult to mash to get that kind of height, by the way. You have to be...
Oh, his inhuman.
Yeah.
This is boring as fuck to me. How?
Zayn having a hard time KOing right now, and this is a lot of juicy percent.
No way. Dude.
Oh, no way! There's no way! And he gets off this... He gets...
Bro literally got up from his chair. Bro literally got up from his chair to flex. I mean, I do kind of understand it. Like, I feel like I understand when other people are like, it's boring. Because I don't find football and shit fun, so it makes sense. If you don't get Melee, you don't get it. But in my mind, like, that is so much more hype and so much more cool than watching a football player who makes more than I will probably... A football player who makes more in 1 year than I will probably ever make in my entire life throw a ball down a field. Oh boy, how exciting. Imagine I went to Florida to get my pro card and Astra said fuck strongman. Well, strongman at least I honestly think strongman is like way more entertaining because at least that's like tangible. I can see, dude, that guy's lifting 500 fucking pounds. That's insane, right? Like I can at least get that and appreciate that. But like, oh, he went, and that's it, and that's literally it. I think it's so stupid. I think it's so boring. Strongman's events are hype as fuck. It's mind-numbingly boring. I feel like it's also because you don't understand the context, Calvert. Like, if you don't understand, the context of what's going on, I guess it's hard for someone who doesn't know what they're looking at to get it. But honestly, I feel like that's any sport. And it's just like football. I don't even understand how people watch football. It's like, it would be torture. It's like if you were like, okay, you are now a football journalist, and now you have to watch all the football games all the time. I would literally be so upset because it would be so fucking boring. Like, look at, like, I want to pull up, like, a football, like, clip to see just how boring it is. Baseball especially, yeah. Baseball is also boring. There's skill to sports, and Melee is not much different, except touching grass is prohibited in Melee. That is very true. It's very true. You can't... It is prohibited. You cannot touch grass as a Melee player. It's not allowed. But no, I mean, it is, like, skill, right? Like, obviously, like, I think anytime anyone watches sports is because it's a demonstration of skill. To a degree, right? I just think that, like, football especially is just so... It's just so boring. I would not be able to do what they do. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, oh, yeah, it's not impressive. Because, like, I wouldn't be able to throw a football that far. I wouldn't be able to throw a baseball at 90 miles an hour. I wouldn't be able to throw a three-pointer from half court. Like, I can't do that shit. That's impressive. It is actually impressive. It's just boring to watch. When I see that, like, Melee is different, though. Because Melee is, like... Melee is like chess if there were no turns and it was like as fast as possible. Like imagine chess, but like it's just free, there's no turns and you could just move whenever. That's basically what Melee is. And so when you see someone do like a huge brain fucking like move in Melee, it's like watching a masterclass. It's so good. Medical, okay, please don't send messages twice. I read it the first time. Please don't send messages twice. You fuck me up when I see a message I already read twice. It makes me go, wait a minute, what? I read that already. What? I'm confused. At least mascot being Mango isn't appropriate. I wouldn't call Mango the Melee's mascot. I also don't like Mango, maybe that's why, but I don't really think that he's the mascot of the scene. I think that's the problem with Melee in general, is that it's got, like, it's got no, whatchamacallit, it's got no centralization. Like, if you look at, like, CSGO, or, like, any other esport, I guess you could call it, they all have, like, a central, like, company that sponsors tournaments, that manages the game in its, like, community, right? The thing about Melee is that it's owned by Nintendo, and Nintendo actively wants Melee to not exist. And so, it's like, because of that, the Melee scene is completely, like, independent. It's completely decentralized. There's no one person who can make a decision about the whole scene. And so if people just like Mango and watch Mango, then Mango's gonna become the face of it, just because that's what people do, right? There's no one group of people that said, we don't like Mango, we can't allow Mango to be a person in here. The best that we can do is that we could go to all the tournament organizers and say, let's not invite this guy. And that's what happens. It's literally, he's banned from tournaments because he did what he did. So you know what the Kappa emote is? I almost forgot what it was. I doubted myself. That is Kappa, right? Yeah. I just haven't seen a Kappa been whipped out in like forever. I didn't know you read it. I mean, it's okay, Michael. I'm just saying, future generally, if I don't respond to a message, it doesn't mean that I didn't read it necessarily. It just means that I didn't either, wasn't talking about it or just. Sometimes I don't just read it, but I think overall, it's kind of. I don't like it when people spam the same messages over and over again. Like if I see the message and then I see it again, I'm like, why? Why? I already read this. But I did respond to it, actually. Those are the problems. I did actually respond to it. Used to play schoolyard football with a guy who went to play on the NFL. I hit him once and he complained I hit him too hard. Lol. Okay, Astra can't read. She's a Smash player. True. Yeah, I mean, Mango, I think Mango sucks. I also think Mango, the worst thing that Mango did for the community of Melee is inspire a bunch of dog shit Falcos to play the game, and it's too much. Whenever I play unranked, it's 90% Falcos, and they don't know how to play the game, and it's really annoying. It's really fucking annoying. I don't know, I think Smash as a whole is kind of bad. Like, I don't like the whole franchise. Like, Ultimate, I think, is a good game, but it's a bad competitive game. And it just sucks, because, like, Melee being as decentralized as it is, it's like, you always get this infighting. Like, there's so much infighting in the Melee community at any given time about the most dumb bullshit ever. Like, right now, in Melee, like, one of the biggest beefs that people have in, like, the top scene... Which, by the way, this controller is, like, fucked. And I need to get a new one. Like, it's just gradually becoming worse. It's like doing misinputs and shit. I've gotta, like, fix this controller. Anyway, basically, one of the biggest controversy right now is in Melee, you can jump by doing that, pressing this button, or pressing this button, right? These two buttons. And basically, the controversy is that, like, this is a fob, so I can remap the controls on this one. You can't do that on a normal GameCube controller, but I can. So if I wanted to remap jump to Z right here, I could do that. And that's what the controversy is people remapping jump to this button. They're taking this button and making it this button. And that's what, like, the biggest, like, beef is right now with the top players. And everyone's like, ban Jump! Jump needs to be banned! Look at Cody, he can't, he's too good. We have to ban Jump because Cody's too good. And we keep losing to Cody. Dude, this is actually fucked. I need, like, a new cable for this. I wonder if I could fix it. I might be able to. I, like, tried to tape it on there, but it just didn't work. I'm not sure if it's the actual controller that's fucking up, or if it's the adapter. I don't really know. There's something to hump, right, Mango? Yeah. That was fucked up, dude. You can't believe he did that. And the worst part is Mango, like, after that was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a year off from drinking, but then I'm gonna just drink again. I'm going back to drinking. And it's like, I don't know Mango. I don't know him. I don't know his story. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. He's an adult. I'm just saying, the way he treated the scene where he's like, as soon as he got banned, he was like, I'm never playing Melee again. I don't like Melee. I would only play Melee if I got paid. It's such a bad, like... I feel like he probably only said that probably because he was, like, somewhat emotional about it. But, like, the idea that, oh, I don't care enough about this game to go back for any other reason, just for monetary incentive, is so... It's, like, such a bitter taste. Who the fuck is Mango? Exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. Who is Mango? Was Mango controversies I remember involved humping or someone else? I don't remember any other Mango controversy. I just remember the last one where he drank way too much and then he humped a girl on stream, which was great. He's got a... I don't know. I listen. I'm sure Mango's a great guy. I'm sure that he's perfectly fine, and he's definitely one of the best competitors to ever play in Smash. But like, I hate the Randy fuckers who are like, oh my god, it's Mango, and they play Falco because they want to be Mango, and then they just all they do is short hop laser dare in corner, and they don't do anything else. They short hop laser dare. That's it. Short hop laser dare. Short hop laser dare. Short hop laser dare. That's it. That's all they fucking ever fucking do. And then they complain about Jigglypuff players who fucking camp them because all they do is short hop laser dare, and they don't fucking know how to play the game. God damn it, dude. Falco is such a stupid character. Falco is such a stupid fucking character. He has no right to be a top tier character. I'm gonna go drink some mango squash. Ooh. Mango squash? What is mango squash? Because squash is like a pumpkin, isn't it? I don't know if I'd want to drink mango and pumpkin together. That sounds like a bad combination. Jumped a figurine and got banned from Twitch for a while, and it was way before this, and then decided to want to try the real thing, I guess. I think Disco is referring to a mango smoothie. Is that what a mango squash is? Because that's not what I envision in my head. What I envision in my head is like a squash mixed with mango, and it's mango squash smoothie. Like what Disco, is this some like British thing that I'm too American to understand? Like what is mango squash? My shirt? The British thing? Is it pumpkin though? Is it literally like mango with squash, or is it just a squished mango? Is it mango with squash, or is it a squashed mango? What are we talking about here? The British thing. It says probably is gross. No in British. No in British cuisine. I've heard of mango squash, but I've never had it. What the fuck is mango squash? You pronounce what you can't pronounce what's on your shirt? What do you mean I can't pronounce what's on my shirt? What? It's Tapatio. What are you talking about? Let me see here. What is mango squash? It does just look like a smoothie. Why? What is this intro? What is this intro? Why? That's 42 seconds of just. We needed 42 seconds of that. I don't know why there's like Middle Eastern music. Sugar says mango. Okay. But that's something slightly different at first. Sugary mango. I don't know what that is. Insert of fruit squash is concentrated fluids you can add water to and you get flavored drink. What? You telling me this guy isn't making mango squash right now? Like adding that much sugar to a mango should be criminal. Like already mango, it's already sugary as shit. Oh, so he just makes it this like really fucking thick slurry of shit, of sugar, and then he adds water to it. I see. I'm just not gonna lie, when I think of squash, I think of, like, I think of this. I think of that. That's what I think of when I think of a squash. Ew, what the fuck? I think of that, like, almost pumpkin-y, like... I think we're using super market. That doesn't start effort. Just once, I want you to lie. What am I, where? Why do I need to lie? Like, that is a squash, right there. That is a squash.
And give it a cube. This is actually easiest if you just cut it into 2 pieces.
You do anything at the gas station, Astra? Obviously some 7-Eleven chicken wings.
And cube it up. I love the color of this squash. All that beta carotene. I'm cutting these into smaller pieces so that when I simmer close the squash, like in. I actually love. I made it just in time for dinner. I'm about to serve this to the boys, but.
Yeah, I mean, that is what I imagine when I think of squash. So in my mind, what you did is you took mango and you took a squash and you blended them together, and that is what you're drinking. That's, in my headcanon, Disco, that's what you're drinking right now. You always say not gonna lie. I like to not. I don't like to lie, chat. That's like, you know, I'm not a big liar. I don't like to lie. I feel like lying is almost always the wrong thing to do. Like, I feel like at any point in time, if you lie, you'd be better off not lying. I mean, maybe that's not always true, but like, every instance I've ever had where I was like, I could lie about this, I've just been like, that seems like it's more hassle. Because then you lie about it, but then you have to cover that lie, and you have to, like, keep that lie with you, and then you have to, like, maintain it. And someone asks you about it, you have to continue the lie, or else you risk losing it. It's just, like, it's too much hassle. Did you get chicken wings? I did get chicken wings, but they were Tyson. I was so down bad for chicken, chat. I was so down bad for chicken wings. I went to Walmart last night, and the website said they had this 3-pound bag of flat chicken wings, which I was really excited about. But when I went there, they had, like, nothing. Like, they didn't have any chicken, like, at all. Like, the shelves were completely bare. They had no eggs, barely any cottage cheese, no chicken, and, like, very sparse pieces of meat. They had a little bit of pork, but that was, like, it. That was, like, the only thing they had in the entire Walmart, which is crazy to me. And so, no, I got frozen Tyson chicken wings. And I got home, and I made them, and they were exactly the way I remembered them as a kid. And that's to say, they scratched the itch, you know? But it almost, like, I have a hard time believing they're real chicken. Because, like, they're so deformed and, like, they don't look like a normal chicken wing. They're, like, smaller, like, the meat is, like, there's more meat on them, but, like, it's weird. It's, like, it's unnatural. And also, like, all of the meat, it's very mushy. Like, the whole thing, it doesn't have a lot of texture, it's just, like, mushy. And it's not, it doesn't taste the best, I'm gonna be honest with you. It really doesn't taste the best. Maybe I'll make them in the oven next time, but they really don't taste very good. They scratch the itch. Like, if I really have, I have 2 bags, or I had 2 bags. I ate one, and then I have another one in the fridge. And so, whenever I need the fix, at least I have something, but comparing, like, the chicken wings I make, like, sometimes I forget, like, what quality my chicken wings are. You know, when you only eat one chicken wing, like, style of chicken wing, you forget how it compares to other chicken wings. But comparing the Tyson frozen chicken wings to my chicken wings is like comparing vegan burgers to like a Michelin restaurant burger. It's not even like close. It's so not even close. There's a damn tornado outbreak. I saw that. It's crazy. Gay people are good at lying. This is true because they have to lie their whole lives growing up, you know? You're not selling them, to be honest with you? No. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't unless you're just so fiending for a chicken wing fix and it's the only option. It's like when you're hopelessly addicted to crack and you get some dog shit quality crack, you know? It's like found in a dirty alleyway, you overpaid for it and it's nasty and it's like, ugh, I don't wanna do this. But you're addicted to crack, so you're gonna do it. But it's not gonna be you're not gonna be happy about it. You look at Walmart app, do you have to make certain it lists as in-store? It did! It lists as in-store. It told me the aisle it was in. I was like, wow, it's here. And then I went, and there was no chicken. Like, at all. Like, not even a little bit. Like, completely barren shelves. It was terrible. And now I'm thinking, I need to just go to the store and, like, spend a bunch of money, honestly. Like, that's the problem, is I always hate spending money at the store. And so I don't want to spend a lot of money at the store, and so I just usually don't. But I probably should. I should probably go to the store and get, like, a proper haul of food, so that I don't have to have this conversation with myself every night of, what am I going to eat tonight? What am I going to eat tonight, chat? I don't know. The answer is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have, like, anything. I have ramen. I do have rice-a-roni. So maybe I'll make rice-a-roni with Spam and shallot. That's what I've been saying I was gonna make for the past, like, 3-4 days. That's the only thing I have. So maybe I'll just make that, though. I do like rice-a-roni. Use Spam, though. Should I use Spam, or should I use a different meat? I feel like I'm eating too much Spam. I don't really want Spam. Fuck, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to the store and get a sausage. Maybe there are Pittsburgh pigeons? What? What about pigeons? Every fucking time my phone, I miss what Astra's saying. Every fucking time my phone, what? Oh, my phone buffers. Oh, I see. Spam, spam, spam. Spam. I do like Spam. But I've had it, like, too much in the past couple days. I don't know what I want to eat, chat. So I'm saying, I wish there was, like, a pill that I could take that just made it so I didn't have to eat, dude. Maybe the Pittsburgh chickens are tasting chicken. Dude, honestly, I would, like, believe it. They're so weirdly shaped. And they're so off. Like, they are the right shape, but they're also not the right shape, you know what I mean? They're like imitation chicken wings. I don't even know what they are, dude. If you told me they were vegan, I would probably be like, that checks. We eat ham and then jam and Spam a lot. Ham and jam? What? I don't know if I'd want ham and jam. I don't like sweet ham. I don't like sweet ham. Honey ham can be okay if it's not too sweet. If it's not, if the sweetness doesn't overpower the savoriness, then yeah, I can tolerate it. Generally speaking, if it like candied bacon, I don't like candied bacon. I really don't like candied bacon. I like normal bacon though. I feel like Spam is kind of just like normal bacon, but better. Like, is the difference between bacon and Spam that one is just crispy and the other's not? 'Cause I feel like, especially for the price, like, bacon tastes like Spam. You know what I mean? I feel like if you fry Spam, it tastes like bacon. Brown sugar, seasoned bacon, or nah, dude. Nah, dude, you're actively making me anti-hungry right now. I'm so hungry, chat, but you're making me less hungry. You're making me not hungry the thought of eating sugary bacon. Ugh. Ugh. Don't like it, chat. I was thinking about doing my strings today on my guitar. Should I change the strings on my guitar, chat? You guys want to see that, or should I just do that off stream? Pasta bake? Baked pasta is pretty good. I don't know what it is. Like baked cavatelli? Ooh, I like baked cavatelli. Now I'm hungry again. Damn it. Doesn't need to be a lot. No, dude. It's just sweetness and savory things. It's like one of my autistic things. You know how, like, some autistic people, if they have, like, one food just pisses them off? That's my autistic thing, where it's just, like, if you mix sweet and savory, it pisses me off. 90% of the time. I don't like it. Like, wow, we took this traditionally savory food item and made it sweet. Isn't that neat? No. Just go eat candy. If you want something sweet, just go eat some fucking candy or some ice cream or some bullshit. Why do you have to, like, make a meat item sweet? Just fucking eat some fucking ice cream. Mexican here to say, that's me on your shirt, is it? Yeah, I love Tapatio. I love barbecue beans? You mean like, baked beans? I don't like baked beans. I really don't. I like black beans. I like salty black beans, but I don't like baked beans. I did, however, chat, I got that small little pot. I gotta try making beans at some point in that small pot. I wonder what the best way to do that is. Like, do I just put some beans in the pot and fill it with water? Or, like, and then season the water and then just let it cook? Do I have to find something to cover it with? Because I don't have a cover for it. Black beans are better. They are. They definitely are. I never understood the point of baked beans. It's just like, ugh. Unironically, baked beans pisses me off, and it's super popular here. Yeah, because that's what you put on your toast, is fucking baked beans, dude. Why? It's so nasty. For Knights of the Round Table, we dance and we're able to do routines and gory scenes that are hot to the cable, and we eat ham and we jam, and we eat ham and spam and jam. What? You just gave me a stroke. I have no idea what you just said, fool boy. Not a clue. Not a clue. Beans on toast with cheese is amazing. Get out of here. Get out of here. You have no taste. No taste buds, dude. Beans in a little pot, maybe I chop up an onion and slice some jalapeno, throw it on there. Maybe I'll cut up an onion, I'll put a little bit of an onion and jalapeno in there, and then I'll cover the pot with an onion. Like, maybe I'll take an outer layer of the onion off first, and I'll use that to act as the lid of the pot. That's a good idea. That sounds like an idea, dude. But how long do I cook it for? Because normally beans cook for, like, hours on the stovetop, right? And so if I have literally, like, that, like, just a little tiny pot of beans, how long would I cook it for? Would it be a shorter cook time because there's less beans? You have no taste, you ate rat wings. Damn. Alright, fair. I didn't call them good, though. I didn't say it was good. You said beans on toast is amazing, and that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Follow the onion and boil the beans in the onion with the onion lid. Oh, you can't boil the beans in an onion because you can't put heat to an onion or else it'll burn. You know, you can only have it as the lid because then it's not, like, directly on the heat. I'm only joking. Beans on toast is amazing. It's not a I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say it's not because I never had it. But just the idea, the flavor profile of baked beans and the flavor profile of toast, putting them together tastes like sadness in my head. And then you take cheese and add it to that, that's even sadder. It's even worse. Can I see my favorite cartoon characters do it? It must be true. If he isn't here, he would be, he would quote movies lines back and forth. Boiling the beans with an onion is what makes them taste amazing. Yeah, I know, boiling them with onion. He's talking about boiling them in an onion. How do you boil water inside of an onion? You can't, it's not possible. Yeah, Tom and Jerry said so. I don't think Tom and Jerry are a good indicator of what is physically possible. No, yeah, onions, okay, well, let me go get my pot. Let me go get it first, so I can show it to you. So I can show you what I'm dealing with. So, this is the pot that I got, right? It's got the little plier thing tied to it for some reason. I don't know if I would use this as a... Maybe I'll have to clean it. It's a lodge, so you know it's at least somewhat decent, but... Let's say... Yeah. There's like a part here where like the seasoning got chipped off. It's not seasoned in that one spot, so I put a little bit of used oil on it so it doesn't rust. But I gotta probably go through that and add like a layer of seasoning just that little bit so it doesn't rust or something. But like, this is my pot, right? I'm wanting to add a small amount of beans to put in the pot. Like up to that level. Just a little bit of beans, right? But I don't have a lid. And so I don't know how I would cook the beans without a lid, because you want them to... You want the beans to absorb the moisture, right? And so if you boil water, the moisture will evaporate and not go into the beans. But when you have a lid, it retains that moisture and it falls back down into the beans, and then it gets absorbed by the beans, right? You never cook my beans with a lid? Don't need a lid? Oh. Well then... But what if I did? That's the thing, is what if I took an onion and I peeled like one layer off and I used that layer as the lid? Would that work? You're sweating? What? I'm not sweating. I don't know why. Do I look like I'm sweating? Probably like some camera trickery or some shit. My face does look wet on camera and I don't know why. You're shinier than usual? Yeah, I don't actually know why. But I guess I am a little bit shiny today. But I'm actually not sweating. I don't know why I'm shiny. Maybe it is hot though. Maybe it's just my body's like glistening because it's hot. That's probably it. I'm probably just glistening with... It's not thermoconductive, it won't get so hot. If you have any small wooden chopping block, you could place that on top of it. Yeah, I could do something like that. I don't know, if I don't need a lid though. But that's the thing, if I only want to put like a small amount of beans in here, and then I'll put like a chopped jalapeno and like half an onion, or some, like a shallot. It's like I chop up a shallot, chop up a jalapeno, and put a small amount of beans in here, and then boil that. Maybe I'll put some chicken bouillon in there, the water, so it's like chickeny water. But like, and if I do that and I boil it, how long would I have to boil it for it to actually be done? Like, how long would it take for that to get done? You'll allow the beans to absorb the full essence of the ingredients, let the beans bathe. Let the beans bathe? But... Wait, what? Well, it will allow the beans to absorb the essence. So wait, what are you saying? Are you saying that I should put a lid on it, or are you saying that I shouldn't put a lid on it? I'm confused. Yeah, that's why I changed it to a shallot. I'll do like one shallot. This is the problem with onions. Like, I never use a full onion for anything. It's always like, unless I'm making a big thing. Lid, yes. So then, would the onion trick work? Would that actually work for this? This might be too wide for that. I'd have to get like a pretty big onion thing for that. So I'd probably just have to find something else to act as a lid. But I don't have, I don't really have a lid. I have a small wooden cutting board, but it's warped. So it's not flat. I don't know if that would make a difference. Shut the fuck up, Disco. Shut the fuck up. I mean, for me, I soak them every night. They cook them for 30 minutes until they're squishable. So you just soak them and then cook them. Well, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try that, and I'll get them and I'll soak them in, like... Problem is, I don't really have anything to soak them in. I don't have, like, I guess I can get a cup. I don't really have a sealed something that I can put them in for them to soak. And then do you use the water that they've been soaking in, or do you discard that water? Do you have to drain them and then put them in the pot, or do you put them in the pot with the water they've been soaking in? That's the question. That's the real question. Fuck, dude, do I need to buy, like, a small lid? I should have bought a pot that just had a lid. Why did I not do that? This is my fault, chat. Take them overnight in clean water, then dump it out and pour the into the pot with add clean water, and then throw the ingredients and you want. Okay. Follow through the directions. Swap, then season. Okay. Four-inch pot lid. Like $6. Is that 4 inches though? Do I spend $6 on this? I don't know. Would this work? Is this 4 inches from here to here? I think it is. But then it has these spouts, so I don't know if that would work. I have to find some other way of making sure that works. Maybe I will just get a lid, but I don't know if any of these lids would specifically work. I mean, this one might. That one might work. Huh. Follow directions? Nah. You have a tape measure? I do, but it's somewhere else and I'd have to go get it, and I don't know if I want to buy anything right now anyway. Like, I could buy this. It's 5 inches, 5.5 inches. It'd probably work for sure. It'd actually be a little bit too wide, but at least it would work. And it's $6. But, like, do I care enough to spend $7 on this right now? Like, I don't know if I want to spend $7 on it. When I could probably find something here that would work, right? I could take one of my other pots, or like I have an 8-inch pan that I could just put over top of it for now. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Almost forgot to make sure to place the wooden spatula over the pot while cooking. They usually bubble up after a while, and the wooden spatula prevents it. Huh. Does it need to make, like, a seal over the pot lid? Do I need to get one that actually, like, makes a good seal? Or makes, like, a good, like, connection? 'Cause I guess this one probably wouldn't. Because if I put, like, just something over it, there's gaps, so it'll let moisture escape. But maybe I don't want that. Oh, see, now this is cool. I could just get this. I could just get this little little wooden. It's $17. If this is $16, if this was $6, then maybe I would do this one. But I like this. I like this because this would work fine. Because like I can't use one of the other lids. Because like this lid it goes down. Like it has a lip, and mine has these little spouts that would catch, and I wouldn't be able to put this on there like flat. This one would probably be better, but. 5 inches, I mean, that's pretty, that would definitely work. But it's $17. Like, why is it 17 fucking dollars? That's not it. That's not what I want. The Hispanic motherfucker is telling her she doesn't need one, like, shit chats like, I need a lid. I'm getting conflicted reports here. People are telling me I do need a lid, and other people are saying, no, you don't need a lid. What the fuck is the difference? What? It makes sense, like, it would, because if you have a lid, the moisture will accumulate on the top of the lid and then go back down into the pot. So you're not losing moisture as you're cooking it, right? Because if you boil water, it's gonna evaporate into the atmosphere. My face is, like, fucking shiny. God damn it. But, like, if I'm boiling something, and I want it to, like, if I want the beans to absorb the water, then I don't want the water to evaporate into the atmosphere. But is that just wrong? Am I wrong about that? Fuck, dude, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't even know. You ever run out of water? I've only cooked beans a handful of times, and I've not had that issue. I guess I'll try it without a lid first, since then I don't have to buy anything. And if I end up needing a lid, then maybe I'll look into it. Fuck, dude. That's the worst part about it, though, is that now I need to, like, soak beans in the fridge. Not intended for oven use. What do you mean not intended for oven use? Oh, the silicone brush is safe up to 450 degrees. I was about to say, like... Why is the pot not safe above 450 degrees? Lid or no lid, you should be okay. I just prefer containing anything with fluids in it. Not doing that feels wrong. Oh, well, at that point, yeah, I'll just try it without the lid first. I still have to soak the beans, and that's kind of annoying. And it's like, I'll probably try it tomorrow. Maybe I'll grab, some stuff from the store. I'll make some beans tomorrow. Lid speeds up cooking, and you want the fucking beans to soak and cook as long as possible to absorb the motherfucking flavor. The flavors, motherfucker. The beans gotta absorb that motherfucking flavor. Flavor. I feel like also, if I time it right and I don't have a lid, I think the moisture will evaporate and reduce down into the beans. And so what I end up with, hopefully as a result, is a kind of not totally wet bean, something that's almost like a little dry. And then maybe I don't even have to transfer to another pot. Maybe I can just squish it in here to do refried beans. Like, maybe I don't even, like... If my goal is to get refried beans at the end of it, maybe I just keep it in the pot, let it reduce down until it's, like, kind of thick, and then I just mush it together, and then you got refried beans. I think at a certain point, I'd probably have to add oil, though, so it doesn't burn. Like, fuck. She understands. Flavor Flav! Flavor Flav! Yeah, dude, I'm fucking hungry now, man. Hey. Now I want to try cooking them now, but I didn't soak them overnight, so I can't do that. He was born in... Don't listen. Shut the fuck up. Born in Iowa. The question is, chat, what do I eat tonight? What do I make tonight? Doubt the great Astra? Exactly. You doubt my knowledge? My expertise? Soaking them gets rid of the gases and smells. My guess is it also kind of helps them absorb that water too, so that when you go to boil them... I feel like if I go from dry beans and I just put them in a pot and I boil them, it's probably going to be like hours before they're ready. But I feel like if I pre-soak them, the beans are already going to be somewhat moist. Like, they'll already have the moisture in them, so that it probably cooks faster if they've been soaked. I'm just guessing. I don't actually know that for sure, but if I had to guess, I'd say it probably does cook faster if you soak them. So I'll soak them. I'll soak the beans. You know, some people say you don't have to soak the beans. Other people say you do soak the beans. I'll soak the beans, and then I will try it and see if that works. I do, since you trust in AI instead of a Mexican. I never said I trusted an AI over you. Hey, listen, I never said that. I did, like, listen. $3.90 per gallon? Well, they opened the Strait again, so, I mean... They opened the Strait for now. AI Mexicans? We don't need real Mexicans anymore, chat. We have artificial intelligence Mexicans. Motherfucker. You have to soak or they will take forever to cook. That's what I figure. That's what I'll do. I'll put some in there tonight. I think I have black beans, but I should probably double check to make sure I have dried black beans. How long do dried black beans last, by the way? Don't they last, like, forever if they've dried? Like, don't they last, like, a long fucking time? Also, they're Walmart brand beans. Should I not buy Should I not have Walmart brand dried black beans? Like, should I get some non-Walmart brand black beans that are dried? You're using black beans? I only use pinto beans. Yeah, I don't like pinto beans as much. I like black beans. But is there any difference in how you cook them? Like, do they change? Like, I don't know. Maybe I could try pinto beans too. I guess I could try them. He thinks that lavat las manos are the words to a magical spell. Lavate las manos? I think that's, that was the restaurant that, Gustavo Fring, had, right? I'm gonna go help a friend, help a battery for his car, bro is dead on the highway. Alright, have fun with that. Dog, no. That's not Gustavo Fring's restaurant where he sells meth? Are you sure? That magical words were open sesame. Why is that the magical word? Why is open... Where does open sesame come from? Fuck, dude. I'm gonna have to go to the store tonight. I have no motivation to cook or eat anything, chat. I hate food. I hate food. Say it with me. Lave te... Or te las manos. Lave te las manos. Is that it? What is? I don't know what that means. Then say it 5 times. Is like the ghost of like Mexico's past gonna like come out of my mirror? If I say that 5 times in the mirror, is there gonna be like some Mexican that spawns behind me and he goes, he's just like, you got some beans, man? You cooking beans tonight, man? That's not how you cook beans. You don't cook beans with a lid. You're cooking beans with a lid, man? What are you doing? You say it 5 times and then a random Mexican will appear behind you. I'll say it like la veta la manos, and then all of a sudden Nana will just materialize behind me. Tell me why that accent was spot on. I'm dead. Little do you know, Chad, I actually am Mexican. I'm just a very weird genetic genetic mutation that made me look white, but actually I'm Mexican. We're in Mexico, Chad. This isn't even Florida. Talk about lying. The whole thing was a lie. I never lived in America. Open Sesame possibly alludes to unlocking of treasures. Yeah, but why? Like, where does that come from? Like, what historical event led to Open Sesame being a commonly understood social phrase? Right now, why? La vida las manos? It's La vida las manos, right? It's like La vida loca. La vida las manos? What does this mean, dude? Please, I don't even know what this means. I could be like spewing like a slur and I don't even know it. I'm going to take my oaths, is what it's... Is that what it says? It's just, I'm going to take my oath? Check my pee-pee? That's not what that means. What does it mean then? It means check my pee-pee. That's what it means. Holy shit, thank you, Derek, for the $30. Thank you so much. Thank you, Derek. I may go to the store, and I may... Oh, dude, I just remembered I actually have a pizza. I have a fucking Red Baron pizza in the fridge, dude. Maybe I'll make that instead. I don't want pizza, though. I don't want Red Baron pizza. It sucks being like a picky eater and then also being like poor. I got you.
Mire, 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 mire. Lávese las manos, chicos, ya viene el coronavirus.
What?
Mire, mire. Lávese las manos, chicos, ya viene el coronavirus. No puedo lavarme las manos. ¡Lávate las manos! No puedo, que Dios me ayude.
What? This gave me no context. That gave me zero context. I have still no idea. Lavidas las manos. What does that mean? Dude, I am sweating. Holy shit. It is hot in here. It is way too hot. I gotta fucking turn on the AC, bro. Anything to avoid cooking. It's not so much that I'm avoiding cooking, it's that I don't really have anything to cook. That's sort of the issue. I have rice-a-roni. And the question is, do I want rice-a-roni? Or do I not want rice-a-roni? And that's kind of the... I could make pizza, rice-a-roni, or ramen. And the question is, which one of those three things do I make? Honestly, I'm like, I don't have an appetite. That's the problem, is I'm not hungry for anything except for, like, I only want one thing, and it's a burrito. And that's it. All I want, chat, is I want a burrito. I can't have a burrito. I'm not allowed to have a burrito. Just chat. I hate it. Make ramen with eggs? I don't really have... I mean, I guess I could, but I don't really want to make ramen with eggs. I feel like ramen is such a bad thing to only eat for the day. It's like, if I'm going to only eat one thing a day, I feel feel like ramen is not good. Like, every ramen I have, I kind of view it as more of a treat than a real food item. Because a lot of it is really just bad for you. Like, it's really not much nutritional value in a ramen. Other than the exceptional amount of sodium that's in it. My butt message? It means wash your hands? Does it really? That's funny as shit. You're telling me if I go to a Mexican restaurant and I tell the waiter, La vida las manos, he's gonna go and wash his hands? You're telling me if I go up to him and be like, La vida las manos. La vida las manos. I go to like a Mexican place and I go, La vida las manos, amigo. Do you think they would spit in my food? How badly do you think they would fuck with me? Do you think they would kick me out? Fit check? Alright, hold on. Just like the overly American, like... Do you have any lemonade? Goku is a puta and see what happens? Well, I love Goku. I love Dragon Ball.
Lávate.
It's lavate? It's not lavita. It's lavate. Okay, so it's lavate las manos. So if I want to get the pronunciation right, it's levate, like levitate, not levita loca. It's not levita, it's levate. Am I correct on that? Proper way is lavate las manos, but I was typing the way to help you pronounce it. Veve, not V. Yeah, so it's ve. Is that right? Is lavate las manos correct? Buongiorno. We're learning Spanish live on stream chat. Yes? Okay.
Las manos.
Lávate las manos.
Lavate.
Manos.
Lávate las manos.
Alright, we're see chat, we're culturally enriched on this stream. I feel so cultural. He'll wash his hands, but dry them on his cock. You dry your hands. I'm not even gonna think about that. Fuck, dude. What to eat? What to eat? I could go and just go to Chipotle. Could just go to Chipotle, chat. I could indeed just go to Chipotle. But is it worth it? I don't know. Now say it with me, chat. COVID, you have to, to beat COVID, you have to lavate las manos. It's so fucked up. Dude, I literally have gone to a Mexican restaurant before and somebody at the table I was with said unironically lemonade. And it was like, they were like a white person in Midwest Mexican restaurant. Do you have any lemonade? It is the best way to just like piss off the Mexicans working at a Mexican restaurant. Just to be like, did you la vida las manos? Fuck, nailed my hair. Did you la vida las manos? Can I have some lemonade? Did you la vida las manos? You gotta go up to fucking someone who's like Mexican would just be like, "Did you la vida las manos?" Oh, that's so brutal. Lavate las manos. Beat COVID to actually take down all the 5G towers. They were the real problem. You would not go to Chipotle. You would go to Chipotle, but not the one where you used to work with? No, probably not. The accent, please. Lavate las manos. Sí. Lavate las manos. Am I becoming Mexican, chat? Am I an honorary Mexican yet? Dog, what the fuck, why is it so good? Because I'm actually Mexican, I'm telling you, chat, I'm actually Mexican. Dude, I unironically learn Spanish. Like, I feel like I should try to learn Spanish. I feel like the reason why I haven't tried to learn Spanish is because I'm trying to learn German. And I do German every day. But I feel like doing German every day is like... I don't know if I could do that and Spanish. Like, maybe I should try to learn Spanish as well. Because being in Florida, I feel like knowing how to speak Spanish is like such a clutch thing. Especially if I ever want to go to Puerto Rico, like, definitely need to know Spanish to go there. Or Mexican, like, Nano is Japanese. That is the most racist thing I've ever read in my entire life. I cannot believe it. That is the single most racist thing I've ever read in my entire life. You're short like a Mexican. Exactly. Donde está el baño? When I went to Fort Myers, I felt embarrassed knowing no Spanish. I feel like in Fort Myers you don't need to know Spanish. I mean, maybe you do. I haven't been to Fort Myers, but I feel like in Florida there are a lot of places where you could... Yeah, I feel like anywhere in Florida you're gonna get benefit if you speak Spanish. Like, it's gonna help with certain things, but I feel like English is still throughout the entirety of Florida. English is the main language. Like, I feel like you go to anywhere in Florida as an English speaker and you will be just fine. I don't think that there's any part of, unless you're like it's really like specific part of Miami where it's like very, 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 very Hispanic and there's just like it's a residential area, so you don't have people coming in and out. I feel like that. Otherwise, there really isn't anywhere in Florida where you can't survive with just knowing English. Because most people here don't speak Spanish. I'd say most people don't. But just out of all of the other states, there's a lot of Spanish here. I would say there's probably more Spanish in Florida than any other state. Other than maybe California. But even then, I feel like, because we have so many Cubans here, and there's such a... Not only is there so many Cubans here, but Miami is such a culturally Cuban place at this point. I feel like it definitely is, especially in Miami. You do better knowing Spanish. Nano's the same Mexican as me. We're both Aztec. That's actually pretty cool, though, isn't it? Because, like, the Aztecs were pretty cool. But that's not, like, Aztecs... The thing about Mexico that really always, like... I always think, like, if I went to Mexico, it would be, like, probably the best food I've ever had. Then again, I don't know, because, like, the Mexican food I think of when I think of Mexican food is specifically Tex-Mex, really. Because, like, that northern Mexican, like... Because, like, Mexico's split between, like, the north where they use wheat, and then the south where they use corn. And so it's, like, if you go to, like, Mexico City, you're not probably... The food in Mexico City is probably not the same type of food as, like, a normal American would think of as Mexican food. It's probably still really good, but it's definitely not, like, you know, Chipotle. Mexican food, refried beans? Want my answer? Honest answer? Yeah. Both practice sacrifices? Yeah. The Aztec sacrificial of humans. Was it was it the Aztecs or the Maya that were worse with that? Because, like, one of the two wasn't actually that bad. Because, like, the Aztecs... I think the Aztecs came later. Maybe the Aztecs were the bad ones. I'm pretty sure, like, both Maya and Aztecs were, like, portrayed as being, like, having these huge human sacrifices. But that wasn't as prolific as I think most people thought it was. At least, like, if you watch Apocalypto, you think, oh, they do all these... Apocalypto has done so much damage to the average understanding of, like, ancient Mexico. It's so sad. I hate that movie, just for what it's done to our collective knowledge on ancient Mexico. Because it's so stupid. I hate it. Hate that fucking movie, dude. Aztecs. You looking into it too much? Am I? Probably. You're telling me if I just go to Mexico? Taco John, if I go to Mexico, can you go with me to, like, show me the way? So I can have an authentic Mexican experience? Apocalypto is 100% fake. It's not even just fake, it's like pisses me off it's so fake. Right? Like, it pisses me off because it presents itself as a serious historical movie that portrays, like, they even, like, have people speaking ancient Mayan languages that barely exist today, that, like, 3 people actually speak. And they're like portraying it in this movie, like, wow, look at how historical accurate we are. We're even using the right language. And then literally everything about the movie is so inaccurate that it pisses me off. Like, it's so disgusting. It's so disgustingly inaccurate. It's like, if you actually care about the history of the ancient Aztecs and the ancient Maya, specifically the ancient Maya, you will hate that movie. It's so stupid. Wanna stay in my big-ass house? Fuck yeah, dude. Like 4 times the size of our house over here. Yeah, I'll stay in your Mexican house. That'd be pretty cool. Dude, my aunt lives in Mexico now. I should probably go and visit her. What do you mean that movie made me a proper historian? Dude, that movie is so bad. It's so bad. It's literally like it's sort of like as historically inaccurate as if you had a movie where you had a World War II based movie, but the ending of it ended with, like, the Twin Towers. Like, if you had, like, at 100, like, let's say in 400 years they make a movie about World War II and Hitler and all of the Nazis and everything, but then they end the movie with 9/11, like, set in 1942. Like, that's how inaccurate that movie is. In fact, that would be a more accurate rendition of World War II than the Apocalypto is to ancient Maya. It is so bad. Literally, if you had a World War II movie where at the end of the World War II movie the Twin Towers got hit, that would be a more historically accurate movie than Apocalypto. Like watching an American movie of World War II, it's so skewed. I mean, even then, it's like not that. It's hard to be as inaccurate as Apocalypto. Apocalypto ends. So, okay, Apocalypto, for those who don't know, is about the ancient Mayan civilization. So, if you don't know anything about ancient Maya predated Europeans. I'm pretty sure Aztecs came after Maya, and they were like the empire that rose after the ancient Maya. The ancient Mayans never saw Europeans. They didn't ever see Europeans. The Mayan Empire had fallen by the time the Spanish arrived in Mexico. Way before that, right? And so the ending of this movie about historical Mayans ends with the Spanish showing up. And it's so... It's so wrong, and it's so blatantly false that it boils pre-Columbian history, or like pre-Spanish history, as just like it pisses me off, chat. It really pisses me off. Like, ancient Mexican history, ancient American history is so fascinating and so interesting, and there's so much there. Like, the differences between the ancient Peruvian cultures and the ancient Mexican cultures are so fascinating. And yet, fucking, it's boiled down to, oh, look at the Spanish are here! God, I fucking hate it. God, I hate it. Hollywood's bad at historical movies? Not even, though. Like, not even all the time. Like, sometimes they make really good historical movies. Like, 1917 is a really good historical movie that is historically accurate for the most part. Like, every movie is going to have some historical inaccuracies. They're never going to be 100%. But a movie like 1917 is close enough that it's like, it's not going to make me mad, right? Like, it's close enough that you can get a realistic understanding of what it was like to be there in 1917, right? And then there's also movies like, you know, fucking, The Thin Red Line. Isn't that one that people say, like, is super hyper-realistic? Thin Red Line. And there's also, Zulu. You guys have ever seen Zulu? Zulu is, like, one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's relatively historically accurate. Like, I feel, and it's sad because, like, I think movies, in a way, often end up representing that era for people, the next generations. So that when people think of Mayan civilization after watching Apocalypto, they just assume that they were the civilization that was around when, like, Spanish came, right? This is wrong. But, like, I feel like most people understand the Zulu conflict based off of the one movie called Zulu. And so if that movie is inaccurate in any way, all of those inaccuracies are just going to get translated into the average person's understanding of that period of history. The 60s film. Yeah, dude, that movie is sick. Fucking love that movie. I'm pretty sure one of the main actors is actually the same guy from the Dark Knight trilogy. You know, fuck, what's his name? The butler. What is Batman's butler? Why can I not remember the name of Batman's butler? Michael Caine, that's who it is. What is Michael's... Alfred. It's Alfred. I got it. No one helped me in chat. It was Alfred. Fuck. Alfred is the same actor as the guy from Zulu. It's honestly so fucking good. I love Zulu. Correction, the average American's history, the rest of the world have better documentaries. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I feel like America has a lot of history buffs. A lot of autistic people are very into history, especially American history. Funny bloke too. Definitely legendary. Honestly, I love Zulu. That's like one of my favorite movies. One of my dream guns, chat, is this. Let's see if I can find one. I've wanted one for so long. I almost got one time, didn't I? I think it said Astra on it, so I literally almost got it, but for something happened and I didn't get it for some reason. Current bid on one. Some of the nicer ones are so expensive though. Fuck. Oh, it's so expensive, chat. This one's not, yeah, this is just not it. Oh, this borderized. Doesn't scratch it. Like, this is what I want, chat. Holy shit, this is what I want right here. Fuck, dude. This is gorgeous. What a gorgeous rifle. Starting bid is $365. I bet you this is gonna go for over $1,000. Most likely. Same with this one. God, it's such a beautiful rifle. One of these days, I gotta get one of these things, man. I've wanted one of these for years. Oh, it's so pretty. $1,500, though, is pretty understandable. I actually don't like that one as much. Why is this a project? Why is it $1,200 as a starting bid if it's a project? It does not look like it's worth $1,200. Enfield is a lively battle rifle. Yes. Mayan culture was still around when the Spanish showed up. They were around to the 1600s. Yeah, but the Mayan Empire wasn't, right? Like, the Mayan Empire, specifically the type of empire they were showing in Apocalypto, did not exist by the time they came around. Like, the Mayan Empire... Am I wrong about that? I'm pulling from the back of my head where I keep my American history knowledge. The Aztecs came after the Mayans, right? But the Aztec Empire and the Mayan Empire didn't really coexist, as far as I'm aware. Like, one replaced the other. And while there would have been cultural, like, linkages from the old Maya, they wouldn't have been, like, you wouldn't have been taken to a Mayan city in the year 1645, or whatever fucking Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Who wins gets to tell the story. That's the problem. It is true. That's how it's always been. Apparently my dad ran into him years after Michael dropped the $20 note on the floor. Interesting. You have no idea how much American movies color historic movies? Well, what movies are you specifically talking about? Anything by Mel Gibson is not historically accurate, I'll give you that. But what specific movie are you talking about? You talking about the fucking that one Quentin Tarantino movie about Nazi Germany? That one? Buongiorno? To be fair, I'm not suggesting that movie's accurate. Any Hollywood movie, it will be wildly inaccurate. That's not even true. There are some examples, though, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure, like, 1917 is actually a fairly, like, accurate rendition. There's a guy I like to watch who does historical movie reviews. He, like, here. Apocalypto review. Where's the guy? Where is he? Fun thing about it is he's actually British. Yeah, because, I mean, there's a couple movies that are good. Like, actually, I'm pretty sure, you know, The Death of, Joseph Stalin? I'm pretty sure that's actually a fairly historically accurate movie. Like, obviously, there are some parts of it which aren't historically accurate. But, like, if you're comparing it to Apocalypto, like, the movie, The Death of Joseph Stalin is actually fairly, like, historically accurate. Like, there are definitely inaccuracies in it, but for the most part, that's like a pretty true representation of what actually happened. As far as I know, I'm not like 100% sure of that, but I'm pretty sure there are some good movies out there that do actually have historical accuracy to them. I mean, I think anytime you have a movie, there's going to be like creative things you have to do that hurt the historical accuracy of the movie, because I think anytime you do that, you have to do that. But I think generally, like, there are some really accurate movies out there. The old war movies are actually very accurate, yeah. Like, I don't know, I've heard, like, All Quiet on the Western Front is very accurate. I'm not sure about that one, though. I don't think I've seen that movie, so I can't say. A World War II movie made by Americans will go like that. Bad Nazis, attack Pearl Harbor, D-Day, Kick-Ass, Everyone Saved America, Hell Yeah, America. I think you're projecting, Jens. I don't know what movie you're talking about. Can you give me an example of a movie? I can't remember. It was like, I know there's a couple of them that are really not inaccurate at all, that are actually very accurate. Isn't Apocalypse Now also, like, not glazing the Americans? I don't know. Pearl Harbor 2001 with Ben Affleck is amazing. Is that the movie you're referencing? I feel like if a movie has Ben Affleck in the title, and it's not going to be that. Not going to be accurate. But there are accurate American war movies. I'm pretty sure they've made some. I think you're just projecting that Americans tend to be passionate about the fact that we kicked some Nazi ass. It feels like you're just like projecting. Dude, maybe I'll go to McDonald's tonight, honestly. Maybe I'll just go to McDonald's. I'm so fucking hungry. And I just don't want to eat something else. But then again, I don't want to spend money going to McDonald's. Chat, I need advice. Do I spend money on McDonald's, or do I just say fuck it and make rice-a-roni? Apparently Saving Private Ryan is an accurate movie. That's what I thought. I haven't seen... I can't say, though, because I actually haven't seen it. There's a lot of World War II movies I haven't seen. Saving Private Ryan is one of those war movies. I mean, I guess a movie like that would be that one Quentin Tarantino. What is that, The Hateful Eight? No, it wasn't. That was a Western movie. What did Tarantino... What movie was that? That was World War II. Burrito's not an option, Vanna. Burrito's never an option. The PP donations, you cover your McDonald's? It would cover the McDonald's. The problem is, do I spend money? It could also be used on bills and shit that is also important. So I gotta decide if it's important enough. Inglourious Bastards, that's the one. That movie is kind of like America just comes and kicks asses. It comes and kicks ass. It felt like a little bit of a... That movie was not great. Honestly, that movie has some scenes in it and some, like, cinematography, which I really thought was really, really good. But, like, the writing overall for that movie was just really not good. Like, the cinematography of that movie was too good for how good the writing was. It's not Quentin Tarantino's best work, let me tell you. But then again, I liked Inglourious Basterds better than The Hateful Eight. Tarantino, not my favorite. Pulp Fiction, amazing, but like I don't know what else he's done that I actually enjoy. I haven't seen Kill Bill. Maybe I just need to watch Kill Bill, because I haven't seen that. And I know that that's another one of his movies that everyone's like, oh, it's so good, but I don't know. The only Quentin Tarantino movie I outwardly thought was just a really good movie from start to finish was Pulp Fiction. It was dumped down a bit for the general person. Well, it just didn't have like... It was just like, yeah, I'm an evil Nazi, yeah. I actually don't have any morals, and I don't have any opinions. I just want what's good for me. So I'm going to set out the Fuhrer, and give myself in to the Allies, and then everything will be good. Oh, they killed me, oh, they shot me anyway. And wow, that's the end of the movie, is the guy gave up the Fuhrer at a movie theater, and then the Allies won World War II. It's such a weird decision to make a movie about the Allies winning World War II in a less exciting way than the way we've won World War II. Like, if you look at the actual, like, history of World War II, you look at, like, how D-Day happened and how the ending of World War II and the defeat of the Nazis came about, and the actual way it happened is cooler than the way they portrayed it in the movie, which was just that a high-ranking official sold Hitler out, and then the Americans bombed them while he was at a movie theater. Could you imagine if that's how World War II ended? Is that a high-ranking officer ratted out which movie theater in France... Spoilers for Inglourious Basterds, by the way. A high-ranking official just basically tells the Allies that Hitler is going to be at this movie theater in France, in occupied France, and that if you just bomb that movie theater, the war will be over. And that's it. That would be such an anticlimactic end to the war. Like, fuck, dude, could you imagine? That's such a less interesting way. It's like the real end of World War II is so much more interesting than that. That it makes you wonder why they had to just... Why? Why even make a movie about that? Take a little detail, like, when did the war end? We always smoke cigarettes. Well, because smoking cigarettes is cool. A lot of the U.S. movies about World War II, especially, were taken from actual stories, but yes, they did some stuff to make it more exciting. Yeah. My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is the one that he wrote but did not direct. True Romance is my favorite of all time. True Romance. I've not seen that one. Maybe I'll give that a look. Maybe Quentin Tarantino's best when he's not exposed to women's feet. There's a planned coup to assassinate Hitler. There's a movie about that. Huh, that's interesting. Actual end or still fighting? Because there are a few people who took 20 years to fight for... I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking the war ended, like, we won. Like, it ended. Like, I feel like the actual end of the war, I guess if you could put a specific point to it, was when the H-Man did the H thing in the H bunker. You know what I'm talking about? Like, when the H-Man did his H thing in the H bunker, that's when the actual, war ended, in my mind. Because that's, like, when the H-Man, did the H thing in the bunker, that was basically it. There's no more H-Man, there's no more Germany. And so that was that. But, like, that in my mind was just a way better ending cinematically than, we're still in the thralls of World War II, and Nazi Germany's still very much so a threat. But we just got word that for some reason Hitler is going to this random place in occupied France, which is still an active war zone, to watch a movie? I don't get it. Says man did not die in Germany, though. Has that been proven? I always hear people say that, but is that proven? Like, I know I'm one to, like, I like conspiracy theories, and I think a lot of conspiracy theories are true, like the JFK thing, but, like, that's one of those conspiracy theories which is so easy to say, that's like, oh, he actually didn't die in Germany. He actually moved to Argentina and has, like, lived until the 80s in Argentina. And it's like, did he really? Did he really? I don't know. I'm not saying he didn't, but I am saying that I don't know. All I'm saying is that there's a very understood timeline of events that happened before Hitler's death. And maybe that's a lie, but I need, like, some semblance of proof to like actually say, oh wow, maybe he did go to Argentina, because did he? I have never seen a shred of evidence to say that he actually went to Argentina. Obviously, a lot of Germans and a lot of officials from the old regime did go to Argentina, as they were friendly towards them, right? Like, there's a lot of them who went to Argentina, and there's German towns in Argentina now that are basically culturally German because of that. That's not evidence that Hitler fled to Argentina. That's just evidence that there were Nazi officials that did flee. But I need some, like, hard evidence that he did not die in that bunker. It can't be proven, but there are tons of quote-unquote proof that he went to South America. Where? Show me the pudding. Show me the proof. I haven't seen it. There's no actual proof to suggest that he did that. At least, I mean, maybe there is. Like, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying I've never seen it. So, if there is, show me. You would have to believe people who say they saw him, to be fair. But that's just hearsay. It's like, well, I saw him. Did you? Did you really? Like, I feel like that's not proof. And it's like, maybe there's never gonna be proof. But, you know. That's like, I guess it's fine, you know? Like, maybe there's never gonna be proof, and that's just the way the story ends. And I'm not saying he didn't do it. Maybe he did. It's possible. It is possible. But where is the actual evidence to suggest... Because you would have to assume that there would be some shred of evidence, right? There would be some piece of evidence that would be like... Because imagine if it's the year 1980, right? And H-Man is living it up in Argentina. And he is down there. He's got to have an entourage of people who, like, know who he is, right? And, like, respect who he is. But how do you find a group of people in the 80s that are willing to look the other way at Hitler? Like, they're like, oh yeah, that's you know, I'm living in modern society where everyone understands that Hitler was, like, evil and awful, You know, you living in the era of the joke of, oh, if I could go back in time, I would kill baby Hitler. Like, you're living in that era, and yet you still decide to, like, cover for him? Like, what does it say about the person who's willing to cover for Hitler? Easy money? But would Hitler have had that much money? Like, I feel like he wouldn't have had that much money. Like, it cannot be profitable to run a country into the ground and then flee to Argentina. It cannot be that profitable. Remains that the Russians claimed was him tested and they were from a female. That's what the Russians said. When did the Russians test? I don't trust anything the Russians have to say. What benefit do I have to trust the Russians? Especially, like, Soviet Union Russians, because those motherfuckers didn't give a shit. You know how many trains of gold still have not been found? There are missing trains filled with gold. Well, where are they? We gotta find them. Can we find... Chat, where we... I gotta find one of those fucking trains. How many of them are left? Can I find it? Do you think I could find one of those trains, chat? I gotta find myself an old Nazi train full of gold. Soviet had the most beef in that war? Yeah, it's called human beef. Called, I think they called it Soylent Green. I don't feel like that's saying much, because Russia had so much land that they obviously had more cows. Like, obviously. They had more ability to grow cattle because they had so much land. Imagine how much backlash his kids got. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell people. You wouldn't tell anyone. Like, there's no way. Frames dropping harder than the frames dropped on Dresden? I think it's just you. I don't think I'm dropping any frames. Yeah, it is. Well, you don't know that? The stream is lagging. Is it lagging? Fuck, dude. It doesn't say I'm dropping frames. I wonder why that is. The adventure of Astra Jones. I gotta get my little leather hat. My whip, chat. Da 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 da. Isn't two of H motherfuckers descendants influencers? What? What? I know he had surviving relatives, but I didn't know that, like, they were influencers. Never antagonized them, so when they all ran to Argentina, they knew they could blend in and be just fine. That's a well-known and documented phenomenon. Isn't it kind of funny to talk about, like, Nazi Germany? Well, I have a Nazi German, a real Nazi Germany artifact right here. Where is your owner? Are they in Argentina? Oh, the someone was right fucking here. This is my good bitch. Pretty sure there are two of them that post a fuck ton. Really? Weird. I feel like you would not be allowed to do that. I feel like as soon as someone figures out who your grandpa is, you're just like, did not see that coming. Alright. Anyway, chat, I'm starving. I gotta go get food. I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet. I really don't want to spend money on McDonald's, but I might. I haven't decided what I'm doing. Anyway, chat, I will see you guys tomorrow. Dude, I am really hungry. Anyway, chat. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye!